Put the lid on, 5 more minutes and it will be ready. Ciao and welcome. This is a recipe which I learned as a teenager. My mum and dad took me and my brother to a fish restaurant, funnily enough, and the owner had a wedding the previous day where he cooked beef for some reason, and he gave us some to try, and it was really delicious, really tender. My mum, being quite cheeky, she asked for the recipe, and very, very simple, and we have made it at times and decided to make it today as well. Also, being that the beef will cook for a long time, you do not have to use prime beef, so this is medallion what I'm using today. And I'll start by searing the steak. I want to make sure that all of those juices are locked in. Approximately 1 minute per side should be plenty. Until they're brown all over, like this one is brown on this side and this side, so this one can come off. And the rest are also done, so they can all come off. I just chopped some vegetables, and in the same pot where I cooked the beef, I'm adding some onion, also a couple of cloves of garlic, and I'll combine it all together with all of this lovely caramelized fat from the steak. Carrots can be added now. The next job is to deglaze the fat. I've got some red wine, about a third of a glass. I'll pour it in, and the wine will do its magic and will deglaze the bottom of my pan, and I'll wait until the alcohol evaporates now. If you got some beef stock, ideal, but I don't, so I'll be using a beef stock cube here. And I'll pour some hot water, roughly twice the quantity of the wine. Tin of Italian cherry tomatoes goes in. The alcohol from the wine has evaporated, so I can add my stock. Nice big sprig of rosemary fresh from the garden goes in, followed by 3 bay leaves. Pinch of salt, not a lot if you're using stock cubes, as they are quite salty. Pepper. About 1 teaspoon of tomato puree and a pinch of chili flakes. And before I add my steaks, I mix the lot together to ensure that the tomato puree dissolves, but also all of the ingredients combine together. Before I add the steak, I will crush my tomatoes a little so that they don't go walkies, and you can see that my sauce is already a little bit thicker, which is perfect, but it's a good time to add these steaks now. And you will have collected a little bit of the juice, which can go in as well. And using my fork, I'm burying my steaks to ensure that there is juice all over them. If you look, it's beginning to gently bubble, so it's a good time to put the lid on. I'll turn the temperature down and I'll leave it to simmer for an hour and a quarter, and after that time we can add some potatoes, so I'll get them ready now. As with all my videos, I will list the ingredients in the descriptions. The steak, however, they weigh approximately 7 ounces each. I'm not peeling 600 grams of potatoes. This is a mixture of white and red potatoes, not because it's part of the recipe, it's because we've just been shopping and we bought some red potatoes, but I'm using the last of my whites, so I will use them up. By the time I add the potatoes, the meat will be 45 minutes from being ready. So I am slicing them in approximately 1 centimeter thick, and I'm actually doing them round, no particular reasons. I think they look a little bit more elegant, but you can chop them in cubes if you wish. And while I wait, I'll put them in some cold water so that they do not turn black, so that I'm all organized and ready. So I'll see you in about an hour and a quarter. Thumbs up, let's take a look. Ooh. Hot, very hot. Before I add the potatoes, I'll take a quick look to make sure that there's plenty of liquid and it's looking perfect. And they can go in. And I'll distribute them quite evenly so that they cook at the same time, but also I will bury them so that the lovely juice goes in and penetrates each potato. And that's done, so I'll put the lid back on, and 45 minutes and they will be ready, so see you then. And time is up, let's take a look. Ooh, looking good. I'll turn this off as it's so noisy first. And it is perfectly cooked. If you look at the sauce, because of the starches that the potatoes have released, it's also thickened up a little. Now this is very optional, and this is a Francesco addition to the recipe, but I highly recommend it. Before you eat it, just put a sprig of rosemary, fresh one, and a fresh bay leaf, and bury them in, making sure that they're covered in the sauce. Put the lid on, 5 more minutes and it will be ready. And this time is for real. What I'll do though, to show you what it looks like, I'll put it on a plate first, including a potato. Let's take a look at the lovely juices. Wonderful, look at this. and I'll put some on top of the steak. However, although they are wonderful and they add lovely flavors, do not forget to remove your bay leaves and your rosemary. Potatoes are perfectly cooked. To show how tender the steak is, I'm using a normal knife. It's actually just coming apart, really. Immediately you can feel the tenderness of the steak. It's like butter, literally, it melts in your mouth. Also, oh, the chili is just knocked on the door. It's a little bit of a delay, but the flavor is absolutely beautiful, really, really delicious. And because the sauce has cooked long and slow, it's got lovely and creamy as well. And this is actually a very self-sufficient dish. It didn't take a lot of time to prepare, as you saw. And it takes a long time to cook, but you can go and do your own thing. You can go take your dog for a walk or do what I do, go and edit some videos in the meantime, and then you come back and eat. It's absolutely wonderful. I'm going to show you what we're going to be eating ours with. I've made some garlic mushrooms with peas and also with parsley. It smells absolutely delicious. Let me know if you would like the recipe, and I'll be delighted to do so. And also, to ensure that we mop up those lovely juices, we got a piece of is it French stick or tiger stick, I think it's called, and that will help us making sure that all of those lovely juices will be mopped up. Okay, that is the end of the video, and hopefully you will make it. I fully recommend you do. It's absolutely delicious. Arrivederci, grazie, and buon appetito. Ciao ciao.